Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 1st to the 7th of July. So we're just going to dive straight into it for you. And two cards just jumped out here as I was trying to click on my timer, which I don't know why I do this timer because I go way above it. But, you know, it's there just to keep me on track. Your soulmate and mending. Okay, a clear message coming out for you guys. Some of you could be reconciling with someone or building something with someone. Mending is just about fixing something that might be a little bit broken or a little bit something that needs fixing when you're mending something. And it came out with soulmate. So either some people are coming and helping you in something that needs to be fixed. So maybe you're just having a soul tribe coming in to help you with something. Like a stranger could even come and help you, but this person is a soulmate. They're here to help you in that moment. That's why your paths crossed. But for some of you, this is a romantic connection or even a friendship, family connection. It feels like there could be some reconciliation coming through, but let's carry on with the cards. Because I won't dwell on it too much because I know some people really don't want to get love messages. I will say it only when it comes up, and it doesn't happen very often. But clearly it came out first of all. So for some of you it is. You have the third chakra. They're asking for another one. So this chakra actually is really about your willpower and your confidence and your abilities to do something. You know, the affirmation for it, I think, is like, I can. So for some of you, this is something that might be the thing that you're mending. Maybe this soulmate is going to help you in believing in yourself. It could be like an internal thing that they're fixing, or, you know, not needing to be fixed because nothing is broken, but they're helping you mend something here internally. Okay. Or it could be a different message and a separate message, and just saying that this week is a really good time to focus on your willpower. Where there is a will, there is a way. Nothing is impossible. Scorpio. Have I been calling you Cancer? Scorpio. Where there's a will, there's a way. So make sure that we are. They did ask for one more, didn't they? Make sure that you are standing in your confidence, okay? And asserting your willpower. Door to personal healing and happiness. I love that. All right. This is saying the door to this amazing energy is opening for you. But it feels like it does come up with when you start to gain this empowerment and this willpower, and you start believing that you are able and you can achieve something, whether it's peace, whether it is just feeling happy in your life, or whatever it is, the door's opening. It's coming from you first. Okay, it's coming from you first, because you also have attachment and envy on the bottom of the deck. Maybe you guys have been attached to comparing yourself to others, or feeling detached from abundance, you know, seeing it as something outside of yourself. The moment that you start actually seeing that it's already happening in your life, it's just in the future, and eventually on your timeline you'll step into that, or stepping into it now, you can have it. So I think you're letting go of a darker energy, or maybe letting go of people who envy you, or envious people in general. Maybe that's just what it is. But anyway, let's carry on. Let's go towards this deck. For my lovely Scorpios, please, Spirit. One more. Interesting. I was picking up on that already. So you have recovery, the door. You're being given the key to the door, guys. So this is amazing. A part of this, you're recovering from something. This is that mending. This is that dealing with the chakra of your willpower, your confidence. You are getting this key from your spirit, guys, to open this door to personal healing and happiness once you have mended something. Sometimes it might be about forgiveness. If it's not about like accepting someone into your life again, as I always say about forgiveness, it's about you. It's about you releasing any pain and any of those horrible feelings that really do fester and knock our confidence. You're releasing that so you can have your willpower again. You can have that again. Yeah, you can embody empowerment. You can become more confident, become stronger as a person by releasing anything that's been holding you back. And for some of you, it is about what somebody has done in your life, for some of you, because you do have a victim that came up after that. So the same as attachment and envy, like I said. I'm going to say as if it applies to you, but it's not going to be that message for everybody. So take it however it is. The victim here is like when we envy things, again, we see success as something that we cannot attain or achieve. So we become envious of people who have that instead of seeing it as something that, if they are able to have it, I can have that too. And you are in that same bubble as a success. If you're seeing it as somebody else's bubble and you start, they always get it easy and I don't, or whatever it is, not all of you will resonate with that. Instead of being a victim, you are starting to detach from envy, detach from comparison to others, no longer be a victim. You are creating the life that you desire, which is an amazing lesson. Attachment is like the devil card in this deck. It's things that keep us chained up, fearful, or in that lower vibration. You are detaching from that by claiming your power back. Okay? You're claiming your power back. You're no longer being a victim of what's happened to you. You're no longer allowing situations that have hurt you and harmed you to be the end of you. Like, you're not going to carry on with that life. You're going to become someone completely different. I'm seeing confidence. I'm seeing a stage for some of you. But that really just kind of says like you're putting yourself out there and you're shining bright. And you're not going to be afraid of doing that. You're stepping in and you're claiming your victory, which is about your personal healing and happiness. So, and again, I will say with that mending, I think for some of you, it is quite important to, again, overcome something and to get that key to heal something. Sometimes we do have to let go of things that are stopping us from being healed. Okay, anyways, let's carry on. I'm sure it will carry on and open up some more messages for you with this. All right, Scorpios. One more. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. This card really comes in saying that your thoughts can manifest into your reality if you want it to. Okay, so pay attention to your mind. The brain is an amazing tool. Okay, and you co-create with spirit. I think Leo had this. Maybe you guys have Leo in your chart or dealing with one, but whatever. The crow spirit is about co-creating. They are here working with you. And again, they might be sending people your way to help you heal something. You might meet someone who completely inspires you and gives you this amazing advice that makes you feel more confident, or, I don't know, there's something very amazing about this. You are protected. They are here to help you unlock this door to amazing things, but they're also saying that this is something that requires teamwork. Sorry guys, I know that this happened to Cancer's read. I have no idea why today my camera and my things are bugging out. I'm just going to patiently wait for this to pass. If it takes too long, then I probably will have to edit these together. Sorry, guys. Right. So use your mind wisely. I always say when this card comes in, specifically because it has a pig with wings, that this is kind of referring to that phrase where, when pigs fly. And for those who don't know, when people say, when pigs fly, it basically means that's never going to happen. So I feel like this is saying what seems impossible to you is absolutely possible. It's just about you have to believe it with willpower and determination in order for it to manifest in the way that you desire. So whatever this door is to you, whatever this new beginning is, this healing, this sometimes it's about getting over something that can be really tough. I've been there. I've been hurt before, and sometimes it feels like I'm never going to heal from this. I'm never going to stop thinking about it. I'm never going to recover. But you have recovery. You have spirit guides showing up a lot in your reading here, saying they are here and they are here to give you the key, but you need to believe that you're able to open this door. Because there is there is a card that they're showing me in my mind in the Light Seers deck, and I wonder if it will come up later. But it's the Five of Pentacles, and it's this lady who is feeling so down on herself and what she's lost in her life that she's not looking up and actually recognizing that the key is there to open that door. It's that she's dwelling on the sadness that she feels and that loss that she feels, but she's completely capable of opening that door and stepping into something new, okay, or getting what it is that she wants. It's just that sometimes it can be really easy to go to those feelings of feeling, again, hopeless, helpless, or feeling, again, a victim of your circumstance. But the key is really showing up in your reading as being there. Okay, so I get it. I've been there. Apologies for this camera. It keeps disconnecting and connecting today, and my light in Cancer's reading as well was turning off and on. So I don't know what spirit's in a room with me today, but please, can you respect a God's gotta work? I really need to. I don't want to be editing my videos. It takes ages to do that. But anyway, let's carry on with your reading. I hope it's not like a constant occurrence. So bear with me today, guys. Right, for my lovely Scorpios. For my lovely Scorpios, please. I want to get one more. That one felt strange. This is the Whispers of Love deck. I've not used it before in a channel, so if you're interested, express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. It could be a good time to give to others here. Or maybe people are giving to you. You also be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. Honor it. Okay, there is something beautiful about your authenticity, about who you are as a person, and also in your feelings and emotions. Maybe you can help others who are going through what you're about to overcome, what you're about to overcome. Sorry, I could have phrased that sentence a bit better, but instead of being, again, like a victim, is about being empowered by the fact that you are able to overcome it and maybe even help others who are able to do that. But stay true to who you are. Your feelings are important, absolutely, and actually are the way, sometimes you have to go through it to get to the other side. And it feels like here, in the case of your feelings, never suppress them. That never helps. It's about going through that and guiding yourself through feelings. I always talk to myself. I don't know if this helps you, Scorpio. Like whenever I have difficult feelings, I kind of speak as the person going through the feelings. I feel this way, this person hurt me or whatever, this was wrong, this was unjust, and I feel this way. I recognize that those feelings are not me. So by giving them a voice, I'm just allowing them to be heard and seen, which most of the time we just want to be understood in our pains, especially if you feel alone in them or misunderstood, which Scorpios tend to. But then I also speak from my higher self, from my higher perspective, from what I know on a soul level, that, okay, it's fine to feel that way. You've been hurt, you've been harmed, something didn't go to plan, whatever it is that you're feeling. But this, you can't sit here forever. And a good way of dealing with this is about understanding that there's more power to come from forgiving a situation and letting that go. The people who have hurt you, the situations that have hurt you, do not deserve to take up that much power in your life. So allow it to run its course. But when you feel ready to let it go and to really let go of that pain and that suffering, you got to stand up, and I'm seeing a shield, okay? You got to shield yourself. You have perseverance coming through. All right. This says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Guys, that is that willpower. Where there is a will, there is a way. Again, what seems impossible is not impossible. And you have death. What a Scorpio card. It says, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. I am sensing maybe you guys have been reflecting a lot on, again, like a past situation that may have happened or unfolded, an ending or a loss in your life. For my lovely Scorpios, that death, as you know, the death card, as you may know, Scorpio, is about transformation. You have new beginnings. All right. that door is a new beginning. You have friendship. This could be surrounding a friendship. You have nature. Make sure that you are connecting to nature this week, guys. It's super important. Maybe meditate there, okay, because you do have meditation coming up. Really good way of quieting the mind and understanding and observing your thoughts and feelings from that higher perspective. You have miracles, guys. Divine guidance, which is that co-creating, okay, and balance. All right, let's dive into your reading. My angels, let's see what's going on for you guys. We're going to get 3 cards for your energy for the week and the week in general. Hanged Man, the Empress, and the Hierophant. Woo! Going back to that Soulmates card, there is potentially a relationship that's either coming up for you or you're already in that I think is super important to you at the moment. Okay, whether they're here to help you. I'm actually going to clarify the Hierophant. There's another thing that they're bringing up here as well, is the Hierophant really does come up to me because it's a card about your beliefs. It's about your core beliefs. So maybe that's something that's changing. You do have the Hanged One, which is the Hanged Man usually. So the Hanged One is about seeing something from a different perspective, specifically, especially if you're feeling stagnant right now. If you feel like something is not moving forward or you're not moving on from something, or you feel stuck right now, this is the perfect time to address something that might be on your mind or to look at it from a different perspective here. Okay? To look at something differently. And you have the Empress, a position of power, a position of attracting and not chasing, a position of unconditionally loving something. Coming from a perspective of compassion. So for some of you, it might be about, bringing more compassion into your world, loving yourself unconditionally. Again, not dwelling on that very disempowering energy of being a victim, but rather opening that door for yourself because you deserve to be on that throne and you deserve an abundance. I'm going to clarify these because I feel like it. Let's see the Hanged One. 3 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Pentacles is a card of collaboration and mending, actually. Well, not mending, but I'm saying mending because it actually seems similar to this card. It feels like a collaboration is quite important or something that you need to see differently. Maybe it's about people. Maybe it's about a relationship that needs to be seen differently because the Hierophant is here again. Or your core foundation needs to be looked at differently. Sometimes 3 of Pentacles in other decks is a card where you're building a foundation or you're building a plan of some kind. So, and I am kind of feeling like for you guys, they're wanting you to really think about the foundation of your future, for example. I'm trying to find the clearest imagery that I'm seeing here to help me explain that message. But 3 of Pentacles is usually like building a foundation so that it can be filled with that abundance that they're creating it for. So in a very general sense, Scorpio, it feels like you're creating the foundation. The universe is going to fill it in. So what you need to do is to create that foundation. So I don't know if this is to do with a plan, like a manifestation of who you want to be, and you're kind of building the vessel of that, or whether it is, again, a path towards an abundance. That could be your career path, or it could just be on your beliefs or your values could be changing, and you're looking at things a bit differently here. I will say you will be starting to trust people more, and that's something that they're wanting you to look at differently. The Empress, the 8 of Pentacles, abundance completely, by the way, guys. The 8 of Pentacles is about building on your skills, talents, abilities, showing up for something, constantly putting effort towards something is going to pay off for you. For a lot of you, the Empress, again, this could be about the person that you're becoming. The more that you are developing this new you, the better it's going to get. Okay, the more that you're going to attract. For a lot of you, this is in terms of your work, especially the work that you're putting into something is absolutely going to pay off for you. It's like that attracting. The more that you're doing something that you love, the more love and success comes your way. It's almost like that's the energy that they want you to sit in this week. The Hierophant, Six of Wands. This is about gaining recognition. It's about victory. If there has been a little bit of trouble in paradise in your love life or in relationships, there is some success here. Being recognized, being seen, maybe going into a committed relationship if you're not. But if you are, then this is just about overcoming maybe some difficulties that you guys might have gone through together. Temperance, harmony. Let's carry on, my angels. Let's have a little look and see what the challenges might be this week. The Four of Cups, feeling a little bit jaded or bored, feeling like, oh, I just wish there was better things coming my way. Sometimes I will mention the different ways that this card can come up. As you can see, she's being given something, but she's just so over it. Her t-shirt literally says that. She's so over it that she's just not even open to anything the universe has to give to her. So for some of you, I think it's about dealing with your emotions a little bit better. Not being closed off to things that come your way is super important. This is going to be a challenge for you. Also with the Four of Cups, if you're not happy with your current situation, you have the power to change it. It's just about believing that you are able to change it. I think for some of you, you are a bit closed off at the moment and maybe focusing a bit more on the negatives and the disappointments here. The Five of Cups, again, is focusing on what has spilled and not what you still have. Both of these are emotional cards. So again, it's to do with some sort of feelings here. Okay, a little bit of stubbornness this week, but again, they are kind of saying not to be stubborn this week. And the Seven of Cups, a lot of your feelings are a challenge for you guys this week. Seven of Cups is here. Maybe a lot of feelings going on. Maybe there's a lot of options and there's a bit of confusion coming through here on what you should do or how you should do it. I don't know. Maybe there's just a lot of question marks going on around you at the moment, and that could be disturbing you at the moment. But let's see. Why is the Seven of Cups here in a challenge position? Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. This is probably to do with like a new beginning, like a new start. The Knight of Swords about rushing into something, and there is a little bit of a warning that comes with it, especially with the Seven of Cups. There's a few things I want to say, okay? Some of you, there is a message that wants to really come in first, and it's saying, let's stop overthinking something. If you want something, then go after it. Specifically when it comes down to maybe money, because the Ace of Pentacles can be finances, but it can just be like a new stable beginning. The Knight of Swords is really about going after something, but there always is a warning with that card, as I was saying, especially the Seven of Cups being about confusion. If it is confusion that you're feeling, don't just rush into anything without knowing all the facts first, because the Knight of Swords is known to rush so quickly that it gets way ahead of himself and starts, you know, if you imagine it like this guy on the motorbike and he's going so fast he doesn't see the pothole, you know, it ends up kind of crashing. So it's like that kind of vibes. Don't go too quickly. Don't rush into something without knowing what's ahead. Okay, that's the kind of vibes I will say, because some of these options are good. Some of these are great options and great ideas, and some of them might not be the best. So again, it's really important to make sure that what you're going towards is not done out of, I just want change and I want it now. It's done out of you feeling cold and feeling passionate towards something here, okay? The Five of Cups, Six of Cups, some of you are focusing on the past disappointments. Look at this here. Three of Swords is getting in your way of the sun. That Three of Swords here is that heartache, is that pain. It's maybe even, again, I don't know when you went through whatever it is, but they are emphasizing that this is a past situation. Okay, with the Six of Cups, it's reminiscing on the past, nostalgia. And it's specifically on your disappointments, on the negatives. So Five of Cups is about the negatives. And maybe that's something that has, again, been blocking you from focusing on your future and, again, what it is that you really do want. And I feel like that's why they're saying here to have balance. Let's not focus just on the negatives, on what's happened and what you've experienced. Let's try and find empowerment here. Let's look at the Four of Cups. The Page of Cups. So for some of you, we do have the Page of Cups here as well. So for some of you, there is definitely a message that's going to come your way that, look, there's a pig with the wings. With the use your mind wisely, for some of you, I feel like this is about being able to manifest things quite quickly. But the thing is, your attention has not been on the right thing. So for some of you, what you really need to hear right now is that you are absolutely able to even surprise yourself about what you can bring in. The universe is listening to you. That's something I really want to say in a very empowering way. It's almost like, but you might not trust it. You're not trusting in the universe here. This is so interesting. It does definitely feel like you're being offered something, and this something is a Page of Cups. It's a really good news. It's something that it's so interesting, but you're not open to it. So I will say, use your mind wisely. You are completely capable of bringing something into your world. You just have to be open to it. No more being over it, Scorpio. I know I do get some comments of people who are like, I'm so done. Like, I'm just done with the universe. That's not the way that it's going to work. I understand that you might feel that way, but we have to have faith, okay? All right, let's carry on. Let's see what the advice is for you. Two of Cups, focusing on your connections with people who are in alignment to you. The Two of Cups is about a mutual respecting relationship. I'm going to clarify it for you guys. Again, if you are in a relationship, I do see there's a very important conversation coming through here. This is a very healthy connection. And again, as this is your advice, Scorpio, you're being called to focus on healthy connections. Maybe there's been codependency in the past, just for a few of you. Maybe you lost yourself in relationships. The Nine of Pentacles is really about your own independence, your financial independence, your ability to be able to rely only on yourself. Two of Cups, though, as your advice, is saying be open to others. And that whole top line is really about opening up to others again, people again. Finding peace in your own self, that you're not in a rush to meet people. You're not in a rush to even fix something. It really is kind of like finding peace within first. And then that kind of like attracts in other things. And again, this does kind of feel like that reconciliation for some of you. When you are okay on yourself with your own peace, I do feel like you're going to meet a love interest, someone who is a soulmate in some way, or someone who is absolutely here to help you feel more confident in yourself. But again, I feel like that comes first within yourself. But it's definitely a soulmate connection coming in, or being called to focus on your independence in a soulmate connection. Someone could be with like an earth sign, by the way. Don't know why that's coming up. All right, you then have the Five of Swords. So as advice, you are also being called, be aware. I want to say this is your thoughts. Be aware of your thoughts and your way of thinking. This sometimes is like trying to win an argument, but ending up losing the war as well. It's like saying things out of spite. Sometimes it's also a card of just letting go of conflict and walking away from anything that brings that into your life. So those would be the advice. That would be the advice I'd give. But let's clarify it. The Five of Swords as advice. The Four of Cups. That is reminding me of rejecting something out of spite. That is almost like, that's what it feels like. One thing I will say, some of you really are over it. The Four of Cups has come up twice now. So I do feel like you do feel quite, what's the word? You do feel quite like you lack a lot of hope in what's coming your way. I would say that is what needs to change. Let the past be in the past. We can't change that. What's happened is bad, but it's like detach from that now. These people are not in your future. What's in your future is amazing. Just like the other Four of Cups being clarified with the Page of Cups spoke about something being offered to you that's amazing. What you're being offered is not like the things that you've been promised or offered in the past. This is something that is followed with a rainbow, and again, something surprising, something that is really amazing. So for a lot of you, allow yourself to let go of the past. Allow yourself to let go of anything that still hurts you, still irritates you, still irks you. What's the Five of Cups? The Five of Swords. The King of Pentacles and the Magician. I feel like what this is saying here what you could be letting go of with the King of Pentacles, I mean, it for some of you, again, it could be people in your life, people who maybe you expect to come back, or I feel like what you're being guided to focus on is on your own stability, is on your financial success, on your own abundance, on your, learning new things. The King of Pentacles has a library behind him. So I feel like what it is really about educating yourself in something new and getting into things that you love. If you love reading, get back into reading. If you like writing, get back into writing. Like, I feel like I want you to focus on what brings you joy and stability, because you will be able to look back at these situations with a bit more humor, because you'll be in a stable position and a wise position. The white hair in tarot always represents, wisdom. You will be able to kind of look back a little bit differently, but they're wanting you to make decisions based on stability, not on emotions. Okay. All right. You then have the High Priestess, being called to trust in your inner guidance here. And if you don't know what your inner guidance is saying, it's a really good time to reflect on it, to find time where you can be silent and not have those distractions, so that you can actually really listen to what the universe is saying to you. Let's clarify that for you as well. The Knight of Pentacles, again, this is kind of a card again about focusing on your stability. You have a lot of pentacles in your reading, guys. So when it comes down to your stability in your finances and your career, there's a lot of stability coming in for you. But there is, again, some things that might need to change when it comes down to a mindset shift or believing in yourself and your ability to manifest. Okay. Knight of Pentacles is about planting seeds. For some of you, if you are wanting to tap in deeper to your intuition, that meditation card is standing out to me on purpose, because sometimes you just have to spend that time during your day and keep practicing. First meditation is not going to be the one that gives you the clarity of your life, but if you keep doing it, and I want to say that a really strong keyword for you guys is that perseverance. Did you have that? Yeah, you did. It is about persevering with something, because you are planting seeds along the way. Everything that you do counts, even if you think that it doesn't. Like, you are making more progress than you know. And I feel like I want to say that to you. Okay. My angels, this is a long reading. Let's quickly grab you some outcomes. Ace of Pentacles, you are going to have that amazing, new, stable, abundant beginning. This is beautiful. Look at the outcome of this week. I was going to say, like, they were playing with the words there and the sounds, because I was going to say outcome, but then they wanted me to say alchemy, which is interesting, because the magician being there is really about turning pain into power, turning your, feelings around and doing it. Instead of dwelling in the pain, you're now going to be focusing on other things. It's like spinning things around. I really feel like they're calling you to spin, like turn the tables. Ace of Pentacles, outcome of the week is about manifesting in a brand new beginning, which I love, but it calls for you to take action. So when it comes down to your challenge here, your challenge is to clear the mind, get rid of the confusion, get focused on the one thing that you want and bring it in. When it comes down to manifesting, Scorpio, they're saying to manifest something, get clear on what it is that you want and call it in towards you by embodying it. Okay, feeling the feelings that you would have as if it's already in your life. Queen of Cups. All right, gaining control of your feelings and emotions. You are powerful as an emotional being. Your feelings are important. That's that, be authentic. All right, honor your feelings and emotions. That empathy of yours, those deep feelings, the intricate feelings that you have are a part of who you are. But that doesn't have to be a blockage. Okay, your personality is not a blockage. Okay, your way of empathizing and having intense feelings is not a blockage. Okay, it only is if we lack control over them. Okay, your emotions are your strength. Okay, and your vulnerabilities are also your strength too. And in fact, it feels like it's something that will help you into manifesting something that you clearly want and desire. Okay, my angels, so that's all I have for you. I wish you guys all the best. Sorry that it's a long one, but I hope that it has helped somebody out there. And apologies for the really weird interruptions that we had in the beginning of the video. it's all of a sudden happened for the water signs. It was not happening for anybody else. So it's very weird. But anyway, I love you guys. Wish you all the best. Let me know how it resonated with you. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right.